US President Donald Trump says the framework of a future deal for Greenland has been reached. He's provided no details about the deal, but said it was a great solution for the United States and for NATO. Mr. Trump is in Davos and earlier today insisted that the US had to have control of Greenland despite intense European concerns. We've got our America's editor John Lyons in Washington for us this morning and our Europe correspondent Catherine Diss in London. First to you, John. This appears pretty vague. It feels unlikely that a magical deal to give the US possession of Greenland has been reached. Do we have any idea what might be going on here?
The breaking news out of this is that it appears that a trade war between the European Union and the United States has been averted, for the moment at least. Donald Trump, although he doesn't give details apart from the framework, he does say that he will not go ahead imposing those tariffs on several European nations. And as we know, the European Union was looking at what they call the trade bazooka. They were looking at 93 billion euros of restrictions on United States goods going into the European Union. And that was only this time yesterday we talked about. And so the trade war has been averted for the moment. We still don't know the details, but we also know that the United States and President Trump still want Greenland. They've said they won't take it militarily, but they still want it. President Trump outlined the reasons for that. So the immediate crisis has been averted, but the longer-term issue remains.
Catherine, what do you make of this? I mean, this comes after a lot of concern in Europe about Mr. Trump's goals and some of his threats, of course, about imposing and ratcheting up new tariffs.
Yeah, good morning, James. Look, this is extraordinary, but I feel like we say that every day just reporting on the US president. And like I said in the last hour, we have to be careful not to take what Donald Trump has last said because it can change and very quickly. Now, this is just the framework of a deal. We don't have any detail. We haven't yet heard from the other person in the room, Mark Rutte. He is NATO Secretary General, and he's worked really hard to build up a good relationship with the US president. He's even been criticised by some here as being too soft, too compliant to Donald Trump's wishes, even sucking up to him. But it's perhaps not surprising that he met with Donald Trump on the sidelines of the Davos conference in Switzerland because Donald Trump perhaps sees him as a friend among a bunch of foes right now, an increasingly frosty diplomatic relationship that he has with many European leaders here. Taking the threat of military action off the table was one thing, but removing the trade tariffs, now that will certainly take the temperature out of the situation, and it will make that meeting in Brussels tomorrow that's been hastily convened by European leaders at the European Commission, which I'll be heading to, really interesting. It'll be interesting to hear what they discuss, what they emerge with, and whether or not they're still planning for the US President Donald Trump to change his mind if things don't quite go his way.